Okay. What do we want to do today? We want to go to Liurnia. I think that's the next thing for us to do.
Liurnia.
But first thing, we
Oh.
need to go to Stormvale.
I'll
again,
learn.
right?
I'll learn.
Yes. Yeah, there's something I was very upset that we missed because I was so close to finding it last time and just kind of forgot what I was doing. I literally like was on the path and then turned around.
Okay.
So I'm angry.
Where do you want to go?
But yeah, let's go. That's Rampart Tower.
Okay. Let's get the hell out of here.
I was definitely looking at the screen.
Were you though?
And I know in our last session we were commenting a lot on like how ridiculous the levels like interconnected and all the hidden paths are. This is just going to be another one of those moments where it's like,
Holy
man,
crap.
yeah, like what the hell, like.
Oh.
So we want to take the shortcut back down, which is here.
I was testing to see if I was going to do AoE damage. Sorry.
Are we missing someone?
We'll send it back up for him.
Uh-huh.
Oh wait, no, he spawned here with us? I'm very confused.
That his body
No,
is
no,
respawning. It loads into the map and then
That's
here,
very funny.
Let's wait for Keith so he doesn't get lost, but we can look up to our right in this room.
Yep.
That is something we did. That is something we didn't get.
Yeah.
I forgot about
we
up
didn't go
there.
that way at all over there. We do need to stop by Roderica as well because we got the Chrysalids memento. Just putting a pin in that for now.
All his blood comes out from the corpses.
Are you here? Yes.
Yeah, he's here.
Okay.
Cool.
The weathered straight
Got
sword.
him.
I love the way that weapon looks.
The punished
but it's
straight.
Useless. Careful, there's a banished guy.
I'm the bully.
Well, somebody gets to have a lot of health bar, don't they?
I love
Toaster.
Okay. Oh, and so if we go back this
Did
way,
the guy get a wind attack off, or did Toaster have a wind attack?
I used a wind attack.
Did it hit? I think it hit me.
Oh. Good job,
Let's see.
I think the guy was also trying to use his and it just didn't complete, but he got the
Oh yeah, so
I was like, doesn't he do that? But it came
across
it looked like
across the way on the right. There's a locked one-way door, so it's a question of how do we get across to the other side, and it just completely blanked on this solution here.
Oh, yeah, that's our goal on that side.
Oh. Oh, just walk around.
Yeah, well, it's even more than that too, because I was here. I went here. I went here, and I was looking down, being like, you can
survive down into that room. I think.
Yeah, because you can survive the drop down there, but it's just like, god damn, I've just forgot about the fucking ladder right here,
really
and that's all it was.
Ass ladder.
Yep. I don't remember if there's anything on this little roof now, but yeah, then we just walk off the other end.
Is there arcane only casting in this game?
Not exactly.
I think there's a couple of caster items that scale off arcane instead of the normal stat.
But you still, for all the arcane, because there are arcane
Arterial leaf, come on.
incantations and arcane sorceries, you still need to beat their. You need to meet their base requirement.
Another stone sword key.
Yeah. So you still have to have some int or faith for the learning requirement.
Yep.
So I was just wondering if I should have anything if I'm going to be stacking arcane for bleed.
You probably will not need to dip into any sort of sorceries, unless you want to get some dragon communion stuff, because their stuff scales off arcane. But it's kind of up to you. What?
Yeah, that's all we needed from here. So.
All right, let's go.
The question is just like, unless it scales really good, it's probably unviable.
I mean, the status stuff does build up basically no matter what, and you'll have higher arcane, so it's useful. But other than that, it's like not really necessary.
Yeah, depending on your specific stat loadout, you might want to look into occult scaling on your weapon. But
Yeah, so he's actually going to take bleed on the Arumi and poison on the Hoslow Whip. That's the best way to maximize damage. We got to talk to Roderica now.
I have jasmine tea.
Nice.
Any guesses for what I'm drinking tonight?
Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Golden State
Make
Cider.
me a chrysalid.
No,
But
Coke
I'm still a
Zero.
milksop craven.
Cringe.
I can't even govern myself to step beyond the bounds of this ward. Please. You're only wasting your strength. A pleasure to see you. Did you give the little chrysalids the message? That I love them. And that despite my craven heart, I'm sure I'll be joining their club soon enough.
All right, we can give her the Chrysalids memento now.
What's this? A keepsake? From my men? Oh, goodness me. I can't... They all believed in me. They all thought I'd make something of myself. Me, who can't do anything. I think I'll head to the round table hold. Perhaps I'll find my purpose there. I think I'll head to the
All right, so
Where
after
did we get the Chrysalids memento from?
Inside Stormvale.
yeah, the pit that
Yeah,
we
I
jumped
figured
over,
that, but
the pit that we jumped over with the troll hanging in it, just a pile of bodies, basically.
it's just in
I
the corpses.
think there was dogs there.
Yep. All right, let's head back to the round table hold
I was
really
like, I don't
quickly,
remember a chrysalid.
because we need to progress her quest line so that we can unlock spirit tuning.
But the left bumper thing never works on this.
Yeah, the round table. It wants to go somewhere else.
Yeah, it like stops in the middle of the ocean, and then I have to go scroll over.
I think
Weird.
it's because it sets it based on resolution, and all of our resolutions are different.
Weird.
Yeah.
Now, Toaster, you might know this. Whenever there's a character with a heavy accent like that, I wonder if they use like an Osaka accent in the Japanese version.
There's no Japanese voice acting in the Japanese version of this game.
She's here by the fireplace.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah,
Wait, huh?
the only Souls game with Japanese voice acting is Bloodborne, and it was added after release.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, wait, they don't have any voice acting at all?
No, it's just in English.
What? Why?
Yeah, no, 100%. No, it's a very, very purposeful design decision. Like in the same
Yeah.
way that like someone would watch anime and kind of insist on subtitles rather than dubs or whatever.
Isn't the entire
It's-
Soul series kind of inspired by Miyazaki finding old fantasy novels and other fiction and not being able to read or interact with any of it, and just seeing the art? And
Yeah.
Yes, it was
extrapolating
it
what
was
meant?
very important for him to go for like a Western aesthetic, and he insisted on the games being in English. So like even Demon Souls didn't have an international release originally. It was only released in Asia, and it took effort for them to be able to like port it to US and Europe. So even when it was
Yeah.
only coming out in Asia, the game
Sony
was
rejected
made
it as
to
a
have
first-party
Yeah.
thing, basically.
So
it was
is-
made to be in English.
This
Always.
is what I'm talking about when I say that, like, when I played Demon Souls the first time, I played the Hong Kong version, because the Hong Kong version was the original English localization of Demon Souls, where like all the dialogue was already in English, but like item descriptions and stuff like that were translated by like a slightly different team, or like it's basically comparable to like 1.0 versus 1.01 here. Like that was the version of the game that I bought. Because the rest of the game was in English. It's like Kingdom Hearts Final Mix, where you could buy it and all of the dialogue was in English, but it was like the menus and stuff were just in Japanese. Like that's how most people experience Demon Souls, or all the Souls games, I guess. Like all the dialogue's in English and then it's subtitled in Japanese.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I can't believe that there's not like an option to just go like, I don't kind of want that. I just want to. I
The
prefer
subs versus dubs people are losing their minds.
Yeah.
Yeah, what is that shit?
There's-
That sucks.
There is a lot of controversy over the context of like translation.
Wait, is everyone's version of Souls games English?
Yes.
Yes. Well, in a
Everyone?
sense, Sekiro is the other one that's actually in a bunch of languages
Yes.
spoken.
Yeah.
Too, that one had the most options for spoken languages.
Yeah. Like
Oh,
in
so that's why it's the
general,
best one.
the only translations to Souls games are the text, not the voices. The voices are all in
Yeah.
English.
That is hilarious. I love that
Yeah, and
Europeans are like, why? Why is it
and
in English? Like
it
everything's in
it
English.
it explains some of the disconnect into like because like the original counterpart to You Died was You Defeated. If you only played
Yes.
if you played the remaster of Dark Souls, you've only ever seen like Target Destroyed or whatever stupid
Yeah.
bullshit it says for bosses, but it used to say You Defeated. So you'd have like
It was really
crazy
funny.
translations. But the dialogue in the games has always been like really, really good. And
Yeah.
the reason for that is that like it's wouldn't even be accurate to say that it gets localized into English because it's like built into the original development process.
Yeah.
Where when they hire the people who do the voice acting for the games,
I think all the
From
monster
Software
names are in
explicit,
English too.
they ask them
Yep.
to like rewrite the dialogue to
Yep.
be more natural. Like they're like don't like they explicitly ask them like don't make it sound like this was translated from Japanese. Like do whatever
Yeah.
you have to do to avoid that.
They
It's like
hire
yeah.
for Demon Souls in the first 3 Souls games, barring some special roles in Dark Souls 2, they basically hired entirely actors from a Shakespeare company like London theater group for all of the voices. And they recur across the entire series as well, which is why everyone sounds the way they do, like accent wise as well for these games, because they're all from this one like theater company, basically, like in London in the West End. It's like really interesting. I don't remember exactly where it is, but it's like that. So that's why you also hear the same few people show up playing like just side characters and stuff throughout the whole series.
It's also why there aren't American voice actors because Miyazaki talked about that and mentioned, or I don't remember if it was Miyazaki, probably was him, but at least one of the developers in like an interview about Demon Souls clarified too that like, oh, in the same way that we have different accents in Japanese that like might have a connotation to like an ancient era, like we know like Americans aren't like medieval sounding basically.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
it's just like he's like we can't intuitively hear that like ourselves or whatever, but like if our English isn't that good, but like we just knew like we had to
Yep.
like
Yeah.
Very cool.
Chat's pointing out that
Very
like, Devil May
correct.
Cry and Resident Evil are also like this.
Yep, Devil May Cry, Resident Evil are
What?
both like that as well. No Japanese.
That makes sense for.
Wait, Resident Evil has no Japanese at all.
Yes, the original Resident Evil is English voice acting. That's why the English
Yeah.
voice acting is
What?
so
I think
hammy.
the-
Yeah.
Okay,
I think
okay,
the-
but the
I think
the
English
modern
voice
one-
acting was clumsy as hell though.
Yeah.
So.
I think the modern.
I thought it was because
like,
they translated badly. Are you kidding me?
Nope. Also,
no, it was
same,
always goofy.
Same
I
with
think Modern
Silent
7
Hill.
and stuff like that has Japanese, but only because it has every language now. Like,
Yeah.
because we played them all in German for fun.
Yep. So, yeah, it's very common for globalized games or games like that to be Weeping Angel, to be in English. Let's talk to Roderica so we can progress her quest.
Greetings.
I think she's enjoying the podcast.
Nice to see you again. My name is Roderica. I should have told you sooner. Isn't this place impressive though? The round table hold, covert quarters of the Two Fingers, and gathering place of champions who vie to become Elden Lord. I never knew the guidance bestowed upon us Tarnished had such fantastic roots, although it's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my own purpose. Oh, and please allow me to express my thanks for giving me that keepsake from my men. It was as if I was frozen with self-pity. I failed them at every turn. You have my gratitude. Please, take this. It's all a bit much for me, in truth. I'm still looking for my own purpose. It's all a bit, I'm still looking.
All right. So she gives us a golden seed, which is very nice. I think this is enough to get another flask.
It's enough for me to get the little flask you guys have. Let's see.
Oh,
No, it's not.
And
I must have already done it.
good. She disappeared. So we're going to want to go over
Yeah, I only have 7. Whoops.
to Hugh.
But Keith, have you allocated your flash charges? Do you have none set to magic, and you still
Yeah,
only
I
have 7?
I have 7-0.
Gotcha.
We'll have to go back to the places to check.
There's more in the game than there is they need, right? So I'll just
Yeah.
catch up when we run out of ones
Yeah.
to get.
So We should talk to Hugh really quickly.
Someone else will fall behind at some point too, I'm sure.
So
The chaos.
he has dialogue about Roderica.
The girly boy here. She's crestfallen and can scarcely swing a blade. But she has a gift for spirit tuning. I saw another one like her long ago. Their
Crestfallen?
eyes share the same hue.
Where the fuck did she go?
Who would ever say crestfallen in a Souls game?
And once you've talked to him, I think we come back here and talk to
Pleasure
her
see
again.
you. Thank goodness you're safe. I'm still
Nope.
looking for my own. It's not easy.
Oh, yes.
And then once she repeats herself, we can tell her what the blacksmith said.
You're telling me I possess some kind of gift? I don't believe you. But if I do have this talent, and goodness knows it would be my first, I suppose I should try to hone it, shouldn't I? I'll ask Master Hugh to teach me. Certainly he does appear intimidating and holds no love for us tarnished. But I know he's trapped here at the Round Table Hold. So, I can tell. He's a gentle soul underneath it all.
It's interesting that she believes he's a gentle soul, because he's trapped at the Round Table Hold, when the Round Table Hold used to be a company of assassins. So it's kind of intriguing.
If I do have a talent, I suppose I'll ask
All right. Now we just need to keep bouncing between Hugh and Roderica to
Hugh, if true.
Well, I took you no matter. Lay out your arms.
You're telling that because he's huge.
The girl. What about her? Are you out of your mind? Who'd stay with an ugly brute who only knows how to smith? Absurd. Besides, she'd never agree to it. I refuse to believe it. I don't doubt you, but I know when something's too good to be true.
And I think once we talk to him, I can rest here really quickly, and it will reset her, and we should be able to go back in here, and she's a spirit tuner now. We can upgrade our demi-human ashes.
Good to
Yeah, I'm
see
gonna
you
upgrade
again.
those dogs.
Thank you very much. I have you to thank, don't I? For persuading Master Hugh. I can happily announce that he has taught me the noble toil of spirit tuning. I'm as yet unsure of what I might be able to accomplish, but if I might be able to help you all, I'd certainly like to try. And if there's any chance to ease the suffering of my dear men who were grafted, well, I certainly must try. Roderica, the Spirit Tune Apprentice. Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Alrighty, we unlock spirit tuning, which is great for us. How do we want to do this? Because there are a few ashes we can prioritize. I think, obviously, like mob tactics are pretty good for us because we can summon like 30 enemies at once.
Oh, yeah.
But like,
I think later on, Latenna is a like incredible one to have.
yeah, Latenna is fantastic because you can post her up and she'll just sit where you put her and she can snipe enemies.
Yeah, and it's a gamble with her. She like sometimes she's either awesome or terrible because
Yeah.
it's like because she just snipes. It's like if the enemy decides to aggro on her, they'll just go after her and like crush her.
She's
like
really amazing for fights you can prepare for because you can like platform to places the enemies can't get to and put her there, and she has crazy range. Aurelia is also really good, the jellyfish, because she can poison people, I think.
Poison and it stacks amongst all of our Aurelias.
Yeah, so that's a very good one that I might put some.
that's an interesting consideration. Yeah.
That's I'm.
Isn't
upgrading
Aurelia
her.
ranged, so she doesn't get swept up as quickly from all the attacks?
So I'm gonna focus on upgrading her.
But also, poison generates a lot of aggro.
Yeah, it does.
Ruh-roh.
but it just means that we can have them both.
Oops, I didn't mean to. Well, hello. She's upgrading them right now. That's how that
Nice,
works.
nice.
Don't question it.
Petting the good boy.
So many good boys.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Decorate this place.
It's so shiny here now.
Oh wow, yeah, that's really well lit now. Does anyone have a Godslayer seal they don't want while we're here?
Do you need two?
I could benefit from 2.
Okay.
Let's
Oh, you're
see,
right, because the passive stacks, doesn't it?
It does.
Here you go.
Categories.
You can have mine. Wait, a Godslayer seal? I thought we had the Dragon Communion seal was the one we picked up.
We have both. We got Godslayer from Stormvale and Dragon Communion from the place we didn't finish.
You are correct.
Yeah, so I just switched to the jellyfish as well. So
Where?
that way we'll have multiple sources of poison.
And light.
Okay, here you go, Ka.
We're gonna be able to see so well.
Leave. You can take my Godslayer.
Thank you.
Okay, awesome. We got that. I think we're set now. I think we can. Do we just need to talk to Hugh one more time? I want to make sure there's no dialogue.
Out your own.
Yes, there's one more dialogue about Roderica with Hugh, and then we can go to Liurnia.
Hell yeah.
I
Then we're
spoke
gonna
with
meet
the
the
girl.
sad mage.
She has a gift for spirit tuning,
Yep,
so I told her everything I know.
and Bach.
I'm indebted to a spirit tuner I met long ago. It was all I could do to honor her. I'm sorry I doubted you.
He's just nice. He's just a nice man. He's a nice man trying to kill God.
Good for him.
Relatable.
All right. Time to go back to Godric the Grafted.
Here we go. Right, because it's planning to go out the back door.
I am receiving a phone call, so I will be quiet for a moment while I am on mute.
Okay.
Gasp.
Wow.
Everyone talk shit.
Cheer.
Yeah. So what's the point? What are we doing here?
Well, this is what leads to the back door into out of the castle into the next zone.
Oh, right.
But we don't have a toaster right now.
Ooh, think of all the lore stuff we can just pass by and can't talk about.
Deprive him of podcast.
No. Why?
I'm the only king here.
What the fuck?
King of the Cast.
Wait, I got it. Jump on my head. Okay, that's a good idea too. What?
Finally,
Why?
the king's courtesan.
Here, look. Let's come to an agreement. You can have the seat. I just want one of the arms. Oh my god.
Now Keith is blocking it.
I just carry the whips.
I am back. Hello.
He tried to sneak up and he failed.
Welcome back.
We
Right,
should
this
be
is
good.
another place where they turn off your attacks.
Is there...
See, there's 2 doors, so one of them's the wrong one, and there's
One
something
of
else
them
there, I think.
is the wrong one. We want to go downstairs.
Left.
Yes. Because there is a man, though. We're trying to find a man.
Okay.
Oh, here it is.
Did he spawn? Where is he? Oh, here he is. Perfect. Maiden, dear maiden, where are you? Please take my grapes. Okay. All right, we got an important item, the Shabriri grape. So looking at this,
I made him listen. My grapes are full.
looking at this in the
The items.
inventory,
Yeah.
he has a yellow oozing eyeball of the infirm. The surface is shriveled and inside is squishy, not unlike a large overly ripe grape. Give to the blind maiden to guide her to the distant light.
Gross.
All right. And now we can go out here.
Was there something in the other door that we didn't do?
I'm pretty sure there's nothing on the other side.
Yeah, it's for a quest.
It's just like a waste of
later.
time.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And look, there's people here. There's multiple people. There's a Hyeta right there. I'm gonna touch grass.
I
real
ran
quick.
right past her in my first playthrough because she like blends with that cliff.
This is the most breathtaking
So-
vista the first time I saw it.
Really,
It's so beautiful.
really quickly though, look at her body. Look at who she actually is.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
She's Irina. She stole Irina's body. She's the same character model as Irina, who we watched die, basically.
So she's the same character from earlier?
Yes, but is possessed by a different spirit.
Huh.
So let's talk.
Hello?
I thought I met her first.
Is someone there? My name is Hidetaka, and I'm journeying in search of the distant light. If I might be so bold as to ask, would you donate any Shibiri grapes in your possession to me? My eyesight has been weak since birth, you see. I can't tell which way I'm supposed to go next, but when I eat one of those grapes, I can feel a distant light in the back of my eyes. It will lead me to my true duty as a finger maiden.
We can give her the grape.
Oh, many thanks to you. Now I can feel the distant light once more. You are most kind indeed. May the blessing of the fingers be upon you. You are most kind. May the blessing...
And that's all she's got to say to us. She eats the grapes and looks for grace, which is...
Yep, the wiki says that if you kill Irina, Hyeta will never spawn.
Yep.
And
The
then
same
presumably,
person.
if you talk to Hyeta, you can't talk to Irina back
Yep.
down there.
She is body snatched fully, and it lines up with another character's quest line that we'll see later too.
I don't think that Irina could be alive anyway.
Yeah,
I mean, if you hadn't talked to her at all.
Yep. Look at it. Look at the boy. The boy's here.
Oh, God, these NPCs are startling.
Good to see you, Master.
They keep blending in with
You
things like
remember
bushes.
me? Bok, the demi.
Especially him.
You helped me before and retrieved my sewing needle. Please, Master, allow me to serve you as your seamster. I can't make nothing
Uh-oh.
from scratch, but I'm happy to
Huh?
make adjustments to
Huh?
your garments.
Yeah, we all got disconnected. That was weird.
Oh,
Your
weird.
stream also froze up, so it might have been an internet hiccup on your end.
No.
I mean, interesting. Okay, give me a moment. It says
wanna
my stream
warp
is
out.
going.
I'm gonna warp back there in my own game before rejoining, just to get the hell out of the round table hold.
Probably.
Look how fast these loading
good
times
idea.
are all of a sudden.
Oh my god.
All right.
Yeah, that's Key's fault.
Yeah, I don't know what was up with that. My internet.
What is my fault?
I think that was a Twitch issue. Interesting. Okay, well.
A
that
Twitch
happened.
you, if you will.
A Twitch you. Yes, exactly. I will just talk to Bach really quickly on my own.
Master,
Oh,
I was
me too, then.
wondering,
Yep.
do you ever make adjustments to your garb yourself? I would, well, rather you let me do the job when possible, please. I don't ask anything in return, you know, and, well, I am your personal seamster after all.
Oh.
All right.
Sorry,
Yes,
buddy. I got
I-
nothing to wear. I'm not
Oh.
wearing anything.
Going so soon? Please do be safe on your journeys.
This is one of the most underdeveloped mechanics in the whole game.
What is?
I don't even know what it does.
It's cool.
It usually just takes the cape off. That's most of them.
Yeah,
Well,
altering.
yeah, I like it though. Yeah, he alters garments, which is it's an interesting mechanic because it makes your armor worse. It downgrades it, but it removes a bit of weight in doing so. So if you're on the cutoff of like a weight threshold, you can use that like to lose a little bit of stats from your armor, but it'll make it lighter.
The interesting thing about it too is that it very drastically affects certain armor pieces very strongly. Like the example that I think of is the Preceptor's robe, where it weighs literally double what it would weigh until you alter it, and all it does is you literally take off the overcoat of the robe, and then it cuts it down by half to not a huge hit to its stats. So there are some weapons and armors that really benefit from it. Also, interesting thing, sometimes item descriptions change on the altered versions.
Oh.
Which is cool.
Yeah, that's absolutely fucking wild. And no, it's the hardest they've gone with Fashion Souls yet. So
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yep.
All right.
Maybe one day.
I will close my world and reopen my world.
He's so sad about being left alone.
Has he tried making friends?
He is right now.
Yeah, it does not understand he's our friend now.
This is not friendship.
Maybe if not for you.
No, not for me. This is a business partnership.
Damn.
I'll be friends with the funny monkey man.
Look,
Yeah.
I recognize a
Yeah.
simp when I see one.
Yes.
Wow.
My
He is your personal simp.
my world's open again if people need to rejoin.
Game recognized game.
Failed. No sessions found.
Incorrect. Session is found. Give me a moment. I'll quit and restart the game.
Yeah.
Wait.
Fingers
Sekiro
crossed
has
on
co-op.
Jesus.
What?
I don't even remember. Did Sekiro have co-op?
No,
It
but
has
they
multiplayer.
they
Oh.
they added the like network features, the
Yeah.
online messages and stuff like that.
Oh.
Okay. Let's go down here to tops.
I was like, there's a few times I could have used co-op.
No. It's
I
a
don't know,
journey for you alone.
the combat system does not seem like it would function with a co-op.
No, it wouldn't.
Sacred tier. Love that. And then we have tops here.
Oh,
Thanks.
Which
thanks,
before you talk
America.
to him,
Mm-hmm.
see if
Oh.
his voice sounds familiar to you.
You're tarnished, aren't you? Then perhaps you could spare some runes. Believe it or not, I studied glintstone sorceries at the Academy of Rea Lucaria. For a small donation, I'd be happy to share my knowledge.
He's been in the games for a while.
Mm-hmm.
So does anyone have a guess?
Hopes of the morning to you.
He's Crestfallen. He's been the Crestfallen warrior in every game.
Oh.
Yep. All right, let's donate some runes to his cause. Oop.
You're 10, believe it or for a... Well, bless you, bless you. You're a true saint. My name is Topes. Presuming you're interested, I can teach you sorceries, as promised. Only, none of them are particularly great.
He sells some basic sorceries. Glintstone Pebble is the best sorcery in the game. So we should, if anyone wants to be a wizard, they should grab that. I'm grabbing it. And then when we're ready, we can just keep talking to him.
Apologies, friend.
I already did.
I'm afraid my meager sorceries are no match for your generosity. All right, I can tell you what I know about this place. That should help a bit. You've seen that structure to the north, towering over the water. That's the Academy of Rea Lucaria, where we study glintstone sorceries. Only its doors have been closed for quite some time now. After they declared they wouldn't interfere with the shattering, the Academy cast repelling seals on the east gate leading to the capital, and the south gate leading here. As you might have guessed, the seals are still active, making entry to the Academy impossible without a glintstone key. And so I'm stuck here. A fledgling sorcerer with little chance of acquiring a key. When they cast the seals, I'd just popped out. And now I'm uprooted from my place of learning.
All right. He has dialogue about the Glintstone key and about selling.
Why not find yourself a glintstone key? Without one, you can't pass through the Academy, and you'll never reach the Erdtree capital. And if you find an extra glintstone key, perhaps, once you've tied up all your loose ends, and I can be very patient, would you consider donating it to me? I know it
I'm a bluntstone. Nary a hint of talent for sorcery. But still, my place is at the academy. You've taken an apprenticeship with Selen. Well, that is something. Selen was well known. The most promising sorceress in the history of the academy. I followed her at school. But there may as well have been an ocean between us. But Selen was expelled from the academy, accused of unthinkable treatment of certain sorcerers, under the name of the Graven Witch. I still don't believe the accusations. The illustrious Selen would never do such things. Find yourself a glintstone key. Without one, you can't pass through the academy. And you'll never reach the Erdtree capital.
All right, so Topes gives us some like actually really useful information there, namely about Selen and about what caused Raya Lucaria to close. So basically, war erupted between the capital and Raya Lucaria before the arrival of Radagon and his marriage to Renala, and as such, they kind of went like, fuck, and closed up the academy. And then as the war prolonged between the academy and then eventually the Carrion royal family, as this the school schismed, we basically got another like a long-term closure of the school. Like they just never reopened. So all the people who normally would be spending time there allied with the academy are now locked out. And that includes Selen, who he tells us was a extremely illustrious witch at one point, but then was like basically mired in scandal and was kicked out. So yeah, she's interesting. She gives us some little plot details about Selen to go on.
Is he just lives there? So he's like living on dorms at the academy?
The academy is like a major major institution with housing. Yes, it's not just a place that people. Oop! I did not mean to summon that. It's not just a place that people go to like go to school for a week. They they stay there. They stay there forever, basically.
It is the place that you go when you die.
I'm just wondering, like, did this guy go to the convenience store to grab snacks and they locked his college and he just can't get back in? Is that what's happening here?
It's like like when you lock your keys in your car.
It's like more pathetic than that. Like he.
Oh, more pathetic.
Yeah, like everyone at the academy makes fun of him because he's not a very good mage and he's not like inherently gifted. So they were like, go collect alchemical ingredients, go to the fields, and then like when something more important happened, he was just literally out like collecting basic spell components. Why did I just fall like that?
No.
Controlling
everyone is dying in the same spot.
Dying right here.
Controlling Torrent on keyboard's hard.
Why are you going that way?
It's where
You don't have
I
to
just
do
died.
that.
Was that
I was trying to grab my grace. I was trying to grab my grace again. It's fine.
Grab your grace? Had you already died again?
Yeah, I fell off the side when I was standing there when Ka was jumping. I died at the same time as Ka.
Oh.
Yeah, so I went back over to grab my grace and then
4
just...
deaths right there already.
It's fine.
We need to... Gravity's a nightmare.
All right, let's
We should study it in like a academy.
Oh.
Well, technically the Raya Lucarians don't study gravity magic. That's in the town of Celia.
Oh, so they float?
Yeah. We all float down here. Oh, I did that wrong. Try it again. Nope, did that wrong too.
Oh, it looks like they're back up the hill. Yeah. See where they're.
Skeletons
See where they're at.
could politely stop spawning. Thank you.
Smart. Nice. You knocked his head square off his body.
You don't need it.
This one has way more health.
How come I cannot get this? Damn it. God, I suck ass at parrying in this game.
Watch their hand, not the weapon.
Watch their hand? Or for
Yeah.
what? What do
Yeah,
they do?
kind of like it's just a sort of easier mind set to be in for parrying. It's like kind of imagine the weapon's invisible, stare at their hand and try to parry their hand away.
Yep.
Well, he also has to get used
okay.
to pairing being the thing you have to do early.
Yeah. Well, that is a thing. All parries. I think the shortest parry in the game has 8 frames of startup, so you have to do it a little bit earlier than you think. But also, the difference between parrying in Sekiro and parrying in games like Elden Ring and Dark Souls is that in Sekiro, when you press the parry button, your entire character basically goes into a parry active frame, basically, right? Like, if you're imagining how you're parrying, your character just becomes like a red box. And if anything touches it while that box is red, you parry them. In Souls, weapons have a window when they are parryable in an attack animation, and it is up to you to move your shield into that box during that duration in order to parry them. So it's instead of you being the thing that parries, their weapon is the thing being parried, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I get that. That's a lot harder.
Yes, it's a lot harder. But that's why people say to look at their hand, because their hand, when an enemy doesn't attack, you basically want to make sure that your shield is intersecting with their hand at like a given point to redirect them. That's the best way to think about parrying in Souls.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if it's a little visually unintuitive, being like, no, if I wait for the hand, I'm going to be hit by the weapon. It's like, nah, don't worry about it. Don't think about it.
Yeah.
I think too much about it.
I just can't do it.
You could do it. You just have to practice.
That's what I said about Sekiro, but
some giant mountain of deaths.
I can do anything.
Souls are infinite.
I am a god. Oh, a merchant.
Oh, game crashed.
Did it?
Okay.